And here they are.
The Brick Twins! Welcome back to the Brick Twins. Sorry if our voices sound weird. We just got our braces in, so... Yeah. But either way, it's not going to stop us from working on our Lego room and especially our amusement park. So we finally got the pieces to finish Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker's Observation Adventure, which is the re-theme to the original Observation Tower ride. It's pretty much the same thing what we did. We redid the capsule, kind of redid the roof a little bit. I'm going to have Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker on top. I think it's going to be really cool once we get that done. This roof should be faced the other way, but for now, we have it like this. We're also going to be working on some queue remodeling here. I want to expand this queue all the way for Pirates Bay Battle. I made this new sign, and I also want to get some fast lane access, so I have to do that today as well. I also made a little mini fish facade, like a fish market here off camera. You can see some stuff under this palm tree. I'm going to build one more facade here. It's like a 5-stud facade, so it's a little weird, but it's going to be like a worn-down boardwalk kind of look. They're going to have the beach up here. It looks like a burnt-down pirate village on this part here, like the weird, like, the brick is like overgrown with the green cheese sauce we have on top. We technically did get pieces for the brand new Halfpipe coaster, the Ghostly Express Takeover. But we only got like half the pieces we need, and I don't want to get the pieces confused or anything like that. So we're going to wait. I'm probably not going to need the pieces till at least next month. So it'll be a little bit till we work on this again. But yeah, let's work on Dr. Bunsen and Beaker's Observation Adventure and Pirates Bay Battle. Here with the Observation Tower, we're going to continue this design up here, which is a 2x4 light gray brick, and then a 2x4, it's 2x2 orange, and a 2x2 light green. We're going to continue that design all the way up on the structure. And then I'm also going to create the cab too. I just built this model here. So these will be the 1x2s, and we'll have these windows all around. And then you'll exit off in this back door, which will lead you to a little path. I have a few little photo ops that I don't know, but it's going to be pretty cool. We should finish this entire ride today, so I'm going to get started on this tower. We just finished the new and revitalized tower. I'm so upset to say this, but we're actually missing a few pieces for the pod, but everything else we have, so we might have to delay the opening, but I don't know. We got the entire centerpiece constructed now with the really cool tone of the green. Just slowly makes its way all the way to the top of the tower. I really hope this is more stable than the original observation tower and just a little bit more charming and cool. But now all we gotta do is finish the pod and the queue. Let's get to it. So as we were saying before, we don't have some of the pieces. All those pieces are mainly on the capsule. So we had to postpone when we were going to open the ride. But it actually does look pretty good. As you see there, we have all the windows in. And we're still going to keep the back door exit. We're just going to take a line of these 1x2 bricks out, so we can push the fence up. Because this is kind of a good blanket where the queue is right here. You can cover using these big 1x6 by green truss pieces, and the queue's gonna kind of line throughout here and then enter through that door. So there's a few pieces that we were missing. That includes these big light gray cord plates that are on bestseller, and then these big window pieces too. So the big arch ones. So we'll have to wait for the opening. Otherwise, we can still do some progress. So what I'm going to do is going to keep working on this queue over here. I'm just going to go see if these both need any touches. Working on the queue now, we're using these industrial looking pieces for cover. And then for our little brick columns, we have a 1x2 light gray brick, then we have a 1x2 light green brick, orange, and that same pattern again. Then on top we have a snot brick, and we did a lot of those. All I have to do is make one more column. Hope we have enough pieces to do that, but I think we might have some extra snot bricks. This will come all the way down at the back. I want to have a little detail right here. And then that'll be the queue. It's going to be pretty simple and straightforward. Of course, right there is the entrance, and then we'll have a little expanded section just in case, probably on this final panel covering right there. And then we also, again, was going to be this back exit that we need to start working on right now. We made a path down here. It's 3 studs long, so it'll be the exit path to the observation tower. So you're going to get out with this door and just walk down, and you'll be right back out into the theme park. So, there are a few more things I need to work on today. Brickton 2 is doing a really good job on the canopy area. This is where the queue line's going to be. So one side is going to be the fast lane, which will be your fast pass style thing. One side is going to be the queue, and we already have a little thing that we're going to write it on here with our tiles. I like how under this canopy. It looks really cool. And then next is the Halfpipe coaster. Now, we said earlier in the video, or I forget now, that we weren't going to work on this because we don't want to have the pieces mixed up. But I am going to work on finishing this track layout here. So, this needs to be a different color. It's definitely not supposed to be blue. So, we got the roller coaster track to do that. And actually silver. So, we're going to mix it in and really make it look really cool. After that, this track area will be done. We'll have to start working on this. This will, of course, be in the future once all the pieces arrive for this set. Not for this Halfpipe coaster. So for now, let's do these track modifications. We finished the entrance area for Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker's Observation Invention. We have this little overhang. We have a really cool Dr. Bunsen Honeydew right there, and he has this whole lab. It's kind of hard to see, but right there. There's a ton of lab equipment on top, right there. And these are two sides. So we have a standby and then what we call fast lane. And then these two sections go into this entrance right here. Then when you go up and then down, you're going to enter and exit out here. So exit out there. It's kind of weird because with the original observation tower, I felt like we had really no room. But by maximizing our space and taking out unneeded shrubs, we were able to kind of expand the area. I think it looks really cool. The final thing we're going to work on today is the Pirates Bay battle. We finished, again, expanding the queue and adding our first facade off camera. And we're going to add the final finishing details and our second facade. And then we'll see from there. We just finished the renovations for Pirates Bay battle. So, originally the queue was this small. So, right at the end of that skeleton. Then we expanded over here. Now we took this entire area and expanded the queue. So, we just built our final facade for this area, which is the market facade. I used kind of an awning technique, and the one all the way to the right has been torn. That's why it's bending all the way down. And then on the writing itself, it has some lines through it because it's supposed to be all old and worn out. And then over here, in front of both these facades, it's a little boardwalk, kind of tiles to kind of see it's a street. So really cool. We got the renovations done for the Pirates Bay battle ride. We're getting there. Oh my, thing got trapped in. We're getting there with Dr. Benedict because Observation Adventure. We're getting really close and it's looking really good. Ghostly Express takeover we did today is a great start. So make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you guys so much for watching today's episode on the Brick Twins.